Welcome back everybody, I'm the Blonde Fox, and today we're going to continue playing some more Final Fantasy XVI. In the last episode, we continued doing more side quests. We got through all the ones in the Rosaria area, which was awesome, so we got all the side quests done there. We're now working our way through the area of Sanbreque and everything, so we did the one where we had to get the Spherical Echoes. We're now doing the one for the Dame. They're basically, the Duke of Oriflamme is trying to basically seize control of this is Northreach, right? I think is where we're at. I think that's where we're at. Anyways, trying to seize control of it, and the people are not having it. It's causing some tension. It's basically the people are ready for a revolt, and the dude thinks that because he is the Duke, he can do whatever the heck he wants. So it's just, I'm oversimplifying, but basically that's what's going on. So we're going to continue with side quests. We're going to finish the ones here, and then we got to move to Dalmekia to get the side quest done there, and there is a lot of side quests there. But yeah, we're just going to keep trying to knock these out so we can get them done, get the rewards from them, get our renown leveled up, and then we'll get back to the main story. So remember to like the video if you like it, and subscribe if you want to see more. Without further ado, let's get right back to it. So we need to go talk to, they said the soldiers next, because we got the opinions of the people of how they feel about the Duke. So now we need to know how the soldiers feel about the Duke. Looks like the closest one might be the one to the right and the one to the left are almost the same distance. So we'll start with the one to, no, we'll go to the one to the right, because that one's going to be closer to where the Duke is stationed. Just in case we have to go talk to the Duke right after. So I'll kind of start from the right and work my way to the left. Okay, so how do you feel about the Duke?
Excuse me, do you have a moment? I wondered if you'd mind sharing your thoughts on the Duke of Oriflamme.
Well, he's made a lot of enemies coming in the way he did. But I mean, look around us. You can see the state the realm's in. The traders might not like having the screws put on them, but if they volunteered a few more of their hard-earned gil before things got bad, maybe they wouldn't have to. I think the Duke's got a point when he says rebuilding the Empire's the best way of making sure we're all protected. And if that means people who don't know one end of a sword from another have to make way for those who do, well, that's just how it goes.
Okay, I don't necessarily agree with your opinion there, dude, but okay, I guess. Okay, where's some other people's opinions? It looks like I'm gonna have to go into the garrison area now. But I don't really agree with rebuilding the Empire anyways, just because of the fact that, you know, the leaders of it, the whole reason it fell apart anyways, because of the stupid crooked Annabella.
You're the one who was talking to His Eminence.
On the Dame's behalf, yes. I was trying to persuade him not to take the people's goodwill for granted, but it seems my words fell on deaf ears. What do you think of his plans?
I'm a soldier, mate. He tells me what to do, not the other way round. Listen, I've got nothing but respect for the Dame, but I've got a family to look after. That's where my loyalties lie, not with the town or the Empire, but with my wife and children. If the Duke can get us some men and the equipment we need to fight off those blue-skinned bastards, I don't care how he does it.
Okay, I see why your name is Cynical Soldier. Okay, and how do you feel? Is this gonna be a soldiers versus citizens kind of thing?
I hear the Duke of Oriflamme plans to turn this town into some sort of fortress. Do you think that's a good idea?
It's not for me to say. All I know is that unless the Emperor orders me otherwise, His Eminence's word is law. Look, no one likes all these taxes and tariffs, but empires don't come for free. Once Sanbreque is back on her feet, we'll all reap the benefits.
Let's see what Philippe makes of all this.
Man, we are just asking for everybody's opinion, aren't we?
You are embarrassing me.
I mean, it's not a bad idea, you know, to get the full scope of the situation from all sides, but also, wow, this is a lot of asking people how they feel instead of doing something about it. But again, I get it. I'm not, you know, Clive is doing the smart thing. I'm just impatient. Felipe? Is that, you're not the one riding out of town on a chocobo, are you? No. Okay, where are you? Okay, am I blind? It says he's right in this area. Hello? Oh, there he is. I didn't realize he was the one outside of town.
Captain, do you have a moment?
For you? Certainly. Clive, wasn't it? Thank you for last time. How can I help you?
I wanted to ask you about the Duke of Oriflamme. Do you intend to go along with his plan?
But to tell you the truth, I'm in two minds. It's my sworn duty as a captain of the Imperial Army to obey his orders. But I can't say I agree with him.
Philippe, I remember you saying that you became a soldier to protect the people you loved. The dame included.
That's right, I did.
Well, she doesn't agree with the Duke's orders either. She thinks they could tear Northreach apart.
And she's probably right. Thank you, Clive. I know what I need to do now. Protecting the people I love is what matters. Doesn't matter how. Well, duty calls, so I better go. Thanks again.
It seems Philippe wants to do the right thing at least. I expect Isabel will be pleased to hear that, if nothing else.
Okay, well. So what, we're gonna report to Isabel and see what she wants to do next? Or what we found out is basically, yeah, nobody's happy. Philippe is the only one that actually seems to, you know, wanting to do something about it in a sense. Like, you know, basically everyone's either soldier side or citizen side. I mean, which makes sense, you know, you gotta pick a side. But I don't know. It just seems... I think my problem is I don't like the fact that the Duke comes in and just expects everyone to drop everything and do what he says just because he's some noble, like everybody else said.
Ah, Clive. How did you fare? Were you able to speak with the Duke?
I was, but...
So Northreach is to be a fortress after all. Well, it will certainly help to hold back the thralls. There's no denying that. Though I doubt it will come as much consolation to the townspeople whose worldly goods are confiscated to pay for it. They deserve to be heard, Clive. To have a say in this new empire the Duke means to build.
Sadly, His Eminence values their obedience more than their opinions, and hopes to reassert the authority of the state. I fear he sees the people as mere pawns on his chessboard to be sacrificed for the greater good. Needless to say, they themselves are of a different opinion, and would rather their destinies were in your hands. The soldiers, meanwhile, are content to follow their orders. And not just because of the Duke's rank, but because of his vision.
I thought as much. Had I sworn to protect Sambrek, I dare say I too would want nothing more than to see it rise from the ashes. Thank you for trying. But the battle is lost.
I don't know about that.
What happened to your uniform?
I handed it in, along with my resignation. Told the lads I wished them well, but that I owe it to those I love to call it a day.
But why?
Because I realize what really matters to me. Not following some nobleman's orders for the sake of it, but protecting what I care about. Protecting Northreach. I honestly don't know when those monsters will return, but I'm certain they're not finished with us yet. And when they do come back, we need to be ready for them. We need to stand together, all of us. And with you to lead us, milady, I reckon we can do it. It was you who finally convinced me, Clive. There's no point following orders if they go against everything you believe.
Indeed.
All of us, standing together. That has always been Northreach's best hope, and one which still lies within our grasp. We have only to turn our attentions to the true enemy. Thank you, Philippe, for showing me what I must do.
Anything for you, milady. Speaking of standing together, would you mind if I borrowed a few of the lads from the Vale to help keep watch around the town? I fear His Eminence has loftier tasks in mind for the guard.
Not at all. Be my guest.
Wouldn't be the first time.
There may be hope for Northreach yet. Especially with men like you and Philippe to champion our cause. I, for my part, shall continue to work upon the Duke, in the stubborn belief that I might still tempt him into joining hands. But I suspect I shall have to call upon your aid again. Until then, Clive.
Until then,
Well, I guess it wasn't quite the conclusion I was looking for. I was looking for it to be all wrapped up, but I mean, at least, you know, she's taking up the reins and that Philippe is helping her and everything too. Oh, we leveled up. Cool. Didn't even notice that. 41. Nice. Okay then. Is that it for the Sambrek area? It is. Awesome. So now we can head to Dalmekia. And there is a lot going on in Dalmekia. Okay, we're gonna start probably here. The Delamil Inn. Yeah, we're gonna start here in this area. We got a quest from what's his face? I can't never remember his name. The Desert Hare. I was like, what's he go by again? What's his moniker? Yeah. So we got him first. So what are you gonna need us to do?
Clive! To what do I owe the pleasure? I just wanted to see how the town's been faring since you brought everyone together.
Since we brought everyone together, all is absolutely wonderful. Conrad and Natalie's hands remain safely away from each other's throats and firmly at the helm. Our stores are full and the bandits still too disorganized to raid them. Just as the good Lady Jane and Lord Underhill intended.
Are you a lord? Lubor's going to be one too. They're going to make him the Lord of Dalamil, because of how he stopped all the grown-ups from fighting.
It's the mayor of Dalamil, dear child, and the vote hasn't taken place just yet. But if the people wish me to lead them, I shall. And my first act will be to build a school so that menaces like you two learn not to interrupt your elders. Speaking of menaces, there may be a rather worrying one just over the horizon.
May there indeed.
I'm afraid the example Conrad and Natalie set in putting aside their differences and presenting a united front might have caught the bandits' attention. And they might have elected to take a similar approach. They have formed what one could call a League of Outlaws, and they grow more organized by the day.
But we'll fight them all off just like last time, no matter how many of them there are. Won't we, Lubor?
Of course we will. If we continue to work together, we can overcome any challenge we choose to face. The longer we avoid facing this one, the more difficult it will be, until the only way to overcome it might be to run for the hills. Our best hope is to nip these efforts at organization in the bud, by finding those ne'er-do-wells who have yet to join the cause, and ensuring that they never do. Perhaps a certain Lord Underhill might be willing to lend us his aid once more?
How could I refuse?
Thank you, my lord. Victor will fill you in on the particulars. I have him stationed by the Desert Gate, receiving and collating reports from my scouts. Such an amenable soul. He reminds me of you.
I'll go and speak with him.
Okay.
What's the difference between a lord and a mayor? That's
Where do we go?
The League of
I'm all
Outlaws.
turned around. Oh, right there.
Then we
Okay,
have some
cool.
competition.
Okay, so who do I gotta kill first?
Still in Dalamil, Victor.
Ah, Sid.
I thought you'd have returned to Cosnis by now.
I did. Then I came back. I've developed something of a fondness for the place. And having worked so hard to see it saved from one fate, it would seem remiss to abandon it to another. A sentiment Master Lubor certainly isn't shy about exploiting. Hence my doing his bidding yet again.
You're not the only one.
What does he want you to do?
He asked for my aid in putting down the bandits. And he said that you might be able to help me find them.
Then you've come at just the right time. I was on my way to speak with Conrad about how to organize our forces. There are more camps in the vicinity than we can safely strike at once. But we must strike together, and we must strike soon at as many camps as we can. We can't give this league of theirs time to rally its forces.
All right. Which camp shall I take?
There's one upriver, just out there across the dunes.
Leave it with me.
So we do get to go fight some people. I was hoping so. I was like, I don't want any more talking. I want some combat. Okay. It's this one right here. Wow, there are so many quests. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, across the desert we go. Ambrosia, let's go. Oh, there you are. I was like, where were you at?
Faster!
Oh, come on. Really, don't get stuck on the stuff. There we go. Okay, so that's the one over at Drapad. Oh,
Time to fight.
So... Just trying to make sure there's no new ones that we're running across, but I think the new ones are in Bucklod and wherever the other city was, like Tor or something? I can't remember now. Ah, there's the camp I gotta take out. Nice.
That must be the camp Victor mentioned. Come on then, Toggle.
Let's take him on.
That's him!
Diamond
The one who killed
dust.
Lot and Fingers!
Nice.
Take his head off!
Oop, I didn't mean to hit that. I hit that. But I guess I could go ahead and do that. Go ahead and start charging it when they're getting flung around. You wanna hit me? I dare you. Oop, that guy hit me from way outfield. That wasn't fair. Now you're in for it. Oh, that was cool. Nice finisher. Okay, I'm really starting to get used to Shiva's moves. I like this. I like this combo. It works for me. There's probably a better combo I could be doing, but at least this one works well for me. At least now it does.
I
I'm
better
gonna
let
get more
Victor
practice in
know.
with it.
Sid, where are you? Ah, I see the bandits didn't pose you any trouble.
No, but that's not why you're here, is it?
No. Something's happened. We need you back in Dalimil.
What is it?
The whole town's in uproar. They're saying that Lubor is a bearer.
What?
Seems that one of our parties wasn't as thorough as they should have been. They let one of the bandits escape, and his escape route took him right through Dalimil. Some of the children spotted him, and he was about to silence them. And when Lubor felled him with a bolt of magic, and without a crystal.
But that's not possible.
It is, if he's a bearer and has been hiding it all these years, which is what people are saying. If he has, well, I wouldn't blame him. No man is branded by choice. Still, all those people see is a man who's lied to them all his life. One who has made a leader of himself when the world believed he should have been a slave.
Fuck.
I don't know where we go from here, but I know one thing. Lubor needs all the friends he can get right now.
You're right.
Okay, I know how they feel about bears and everything, but he literally only revealed himself to save the kids. It's just like, you think that would count for something with the people, but we'll wait and see what happens.
And now everyone knows. I made it a habit to keep a crystal close at hand for just such an occasion. And when that occasion arose, I forgot to reach for it. Well, it was bound to come out sooner or later.
We're sorry, Lubor. We tried to keep running.
But we just couldn't anymore.
There's nothing to be sorry for. I rather enjoyed playing the hero for once. All that matters to me is that you two are safe.
Look at him talking to his betters like it's nothing. All lies, I'll wager. Just like the ones he fed us all these years.
Once people make up their minds, it's hard to change them. We need to do something, and quickly. Convince the people not to let their prejudices blind them. Convince them that nothing has changed. That their enemy lies outside these walls, not within them.
You're right. We should speak to everyone.
I'm glad you agree. I'll handle the townsfolk. I'm a Dalmec born and bred. They listen to me. You head to the tavern. Make Conrad and Natalie remember who Lubor really is. They know that Lubor and I are friends. I might not make for the most impartial of interlocutors. Lord Underhill of Randalar's League of Merchants, however, is a trusted and impartial mediator of note.
I'll do what I can. Lubor, stay here with the children. I can't promise anything, but we'll try.
And that is all I can ask of you.
Wow, it's crazy how quick they were to turn on him.
Why are you taking the bearer's side, Victor? Are you one too?
Why
So
do they
messed
want
up.
to make such a fuss?
He knew all along that he was...
Forgive me for disturbing you, but could I have a moment of your time?
I've seen your face before.
As have I. Lord Underhill, wasn't it? Of the League of Merchants.
That's right. I wanted to speak to you about Lubor.
The rumors that he's a bearer. All true, I'm afraid.
He'll never be mayor now. Not if I have anything to do with it.
But what of his wares? Bearer or no, his steel is highly valued throughout the Republic. In this at least he's done the town a service. Might that not earn him a little leniency?
Leniency? He pretended to be one of us when he was laughing behind our backs all the while.
I'm sorry, my lord, but he lied to us. He lied to you. He cannot be trusted.
So what do you propose? Will you drive him from his home? Close his forge?
Perhaps. That is a question for the people of Dalimil, and they will thank you not to get involved.
The townsfolk have made their minds up. There was nothing I could do.
Nor I. Conrad and Natalie refuse to consider anything but their own wounded pride.
You never know. Once their anger is cooled, they might see things differently. For now, we should report back to Lubor.
All right.
This is so messed up, dude.
Why the hell would Victor take the bearer's side? I assume the situation is hopeless?
There's still hope. But
But perhaps not in this lifetime, I think it's fair to say.
You mustn't think like that, Lubor. Give them time. They'll come around. We'll talk some sense into them in the end, you'll see.
No, you won't. And your efforts would be better spent elsewhere.
But Lubor...
Rosina would often tell me that steel does not lie, that a blade is a reflection of the smith who forged it. To yourself be true, that was her point. Rather an ironic one when you consider that her life was taken with a blade of her own making. But I do not doubt that she was always true to herself and what she believed in, right to the end. And so must I be. I must do what I know to be right, no matter what others might think of me. And now, I know what that is. I must embrace my new role of villain so that the people of Dalimil have something to unite against. For only united can they hope to stand against the threat that awaits them. I'll need to make a suitably dramatic exit, of course.
Don't go, Lubor.
You're the only one who was ever kind to us. We'll be all alone. Again.
Trust me, little ones. It is for the best that I go. Not only for the town, but for you, too.
How could it possibly be for the best? These children need you. The least you can do is give the townspeople a chance to change their minds.
They would not take it, Victor. It's over.
Over, you say? And so just like that, you're going to throw this town and these children to the wolves? I thought you were better than this. But it seems you had me fooled as well.
Victor.
Forget it. Do what you will.
You sure you're making the right choice, Lubor?
Of those available to me, I believe it's the best one. Yes. Ah, but where are my manners? Here. Your reward for clearing out that bandit camp. Right then. I have packing to do.
If there's anything I can do. Anything.
I'll bear it in mind. Thank you.
That's the resolution to the quest? That doesn't feel like anything was resolved. Hello? Like, that was... Okay, what happened to all of our, resolute endings where everything was coming together and there was hope for the future? That was like... Look how depressing this is. Oh. Okay, well... There's that quest, I guess. But we have the quest over here in the Silence... So? I think is how you say that? Javad and Tabor. So we'll probably go do this one now, or I don't know. Okay, yeah, we'll probably do this one next so that we could get the last Spherical Echo, and then we'll head down to Tabor, just because these two have teleport points and that one doesn't necessarily, because we could go there and go down there, but you know what I mean. But anyways, we'll do all that in the next episode. Thank you all so much for watching. If you liked the video, remember to like it. Comment down below with your thoughts and opinions. I look forward to hearing from you guys. Remember to subscribe if you want to see more from me in the future. And until next time, see ya!